Hello and welcome to Science Research Weekly, Season 4, Episode 8, The Life-Altering Glaciers and Volcanoes of Deep Time. Get ready for Pan Go, tardigrade medication, the unsung biological driving forces of fire and ice, brewing tea for lead reduction, and the 2025 NASA Roses Omnibus. This episode covers material from February 21st to February 27th. Let's get started with some research articles. First up is a compendium of human gene functions derived from evolutionary modeling. This is the Gene Ontology Consortium reporting on PanGo, which is functional data for the majority of human protein coding genes, informed by evolutionary modeling and including experimental findings. We're talking about 82% of human protein coding genes, 68,000. So this is a short paper kind of modeling what they did, but the real meat of this is, the real exciting part is the PanGo actual database. So PanGo Human Functionome, you can actually go see it right now on functionome.geneatology.org. Really great. You've got things like, again, the molecular level, the biological function, and then where it is. So for example, I just searched in, if you're watching the video, I can search in something like ribosome. Should be able to, there we go, ribosome. And it will pull up 149 genes. It'll give, molecular folding, ATP binding, for this heat shock 70 kilodalton protein 14 gives where the components. I mean, it's really fascinating. This is my new favorite database. So you can read the paper, check out PanGo, and get excited about gene function. All right, keeping along the line of proteins, the next article is local structural flexibility drives oligomorphism in computationally designed protein assemblies. So, keeping on the protein train, researchers in the field of protein design found that computer-designed proteins can have unexpected structural diversity compared to kind of the computationally designed, because when they're actually produced, there's flexible subunits that can shape the protein in different ways. This allows, of course, natural proteins to take on a lot of different shapes and functions. So unsurprisingly, designed proteins can do that too. These flexibility findings can be taken forward as a design principle on new protein assembly projects. So very interesting stuff there. All right, we'll turn to the next article, Radioprotection of healthy tissue via nanoparticle-delivered mRNA encoding for a damage-suppressor protein found in tardigrades. Yes, radiation therapy. It can kill the cancer cells, but also the non-cancer cells nearby, which is not fun for a cancer patient. Tardigrades, the famous radiation-resistant water bears, have damage suppressor proteins which bind to DNA to prevent the DNA strand breaks from, because radiation, one of the big things it can do, it hits DNA, it does a double strand break, and then that damages the DNA, damages the cell, can lead to cancer. Also, can just lead the cells dying when they're irradiated with cancer therapy. So, using a mouse model, researchers were able to get mRNA encoding that protein into healthy mouse tissues and preserve those tissues during radiation therapy. I believe this was for oral cancer. So when I said oral cancer, they put them in there, helped protect the non-cancer cells. So we got tardigrade medicine coming on up here. All right, shifting gears here to geology. We've got the Neoproterozoic glacial boom. Deep in Earth's history, massive glaciers scraped material from beneath the crust. When the glaciers melted, these minerals, including uranium, washed into the oceans, altering the chemistry, and may have influenced early life forms. So this is within, I think, the Ediacaran sort of biota. So if you're watching the video, here's kind of the figure 4 shows like the ice house, ice out exit, with all the melting and accumulation of things like uranium in the oceans. So, glaciers turn out to be an unsung hero of the development of life on Earth, potentially. We'll keep that theme here of deep time with the next article, Anomalous, Delta 15 nitrogen values in the Neoarchean associated with an abundant supply of hydrothermal ammonium. So, more deep time, researchers think that high delta 15 nitrogen values around the geological period called the nitrogen isotope event was caused by extensive volcanic and hydrothermal activity, helping spur on primary production in the oceans. Volcanoes, more unsung heroes in the development of life. Closing out our articles here, there is Brewing Clean Water, the metal remediation benefits of tea preparation. Turns out that tea leaves absorb heavy metals when steeped in water. So the researchers tested a variety of teas and conditions and found a meaningful reduction in lead from drinking water. The best type? Black tea. Next time you stop by the coffee shop, try switching to tea. If they ask you how you like it, unleaded. All right, turn to some research tools. Here, Rick Wicklin from the Do Loop has a post on how to use EFFECTPLOT statement to visualize binomial regression models in SAS. No new R bloggers posts, but 3 new CRAN packages. There is MERM boost, gradient boosting for generalized additive mixed models. There is QuantStat, statistical analysis of count data and quantile data, and CodeList, working with code lists. We do have some funding opportunities back here. We have NASA's Research Opportunity in Space and Earth Sciences, or ROSES. Their 2025 solicitation is now active. This is an omnibus program with many individual program elements that you can look at. I've included a link to NASA ROSES 2025 A58, which is Innovate, just as a representative sample. Of course, you could look just at many more of the ROSES programs. I mean, there's astrophysics data analysis, there's water quality applications, Earth surface and interior, lunar mapping program, exoplanets research, so a whole cornucopia of space science. So that's all for me today. Quality, hot and ready. Thanks for joining me for Science Research Weekly. Science on.